Hey guys, this is Bill from Spencer1984.com with an update about what's on the bench. I was able to get a lot more done on the xXx GTO this week. I've got the interior finished now. You can see the gauges and pretty much fully scratch built dashboard. The center part is taken from a couple of different kits, and the bit on the far right is the overhead console from the Back to the Future DeLorean, but pretty much everything else in here has been scratch built from styrene, aluminum tubing, and other miscellaneous bits and pieces. So that's pretty much ready to go. And I did a little more work on the chassis. Figure with that much going on inside, I needed to start gizmoizing under the hood as well. So I've just been adding some miscellaneous parts box items. I also noticed that the engine was running downhill a little bit, so I dropped the transmission mount and cleaned that up. So now that's sitting more the way that it should be. And the last thing is I added tape on both fenders as mock heat shielding. And I've got that because in the movie that was where the rocket tubes were. And that's what I've added to the body. On both sides there. And you can see I've added a little heat shielding on the inside there to kind of finish that off once it's all together. I also found a few new items this week, some very long sought but not necessarily expected things. The first of those new acquisitions is I was able to pick up the last two of the Metacom Tron light cycles. These were part of their Kubrick line, and they're the only close to 1/24th scale light cycles from the original Tron that are out there. And at first I was concerned that they might be a little bit big, but having looked at them in person, I think that they're actually pretty close. As these were full-bodied so that a person could fit inside of them. That's number 3. Now that actually is orange, although it's very close to the yellow one. You see it more once they're next to each other. And finally the blue one. I won't actually be doing anything with these. I'm not going to be modifying them or painting them or anything. These were just something that I've wanted to add to my collection. You know, I enjoyed the first Tron, and I wanted to have something as part of my TV movie collection, but they've been very difficult to find at anywhere resembling a reasonable price. But once again, persistence paid off, so I'm going to be doing a full review of these for the website this coming week, so you can check that out then. And then the last item is something that I never actually expected that I would be able to find. It's actually something that I've wanted to add to my collection since I first saw it in the movie, but it was not something that I ever expected to see in scale, so I figured that I would have to do quite a bit of scratch building. So I was very happy to find this. The Audi RSQ from the movie iRobot. This is a garage kit, so it does need some cleanup work, but really very minimal. This is a very nice clean casting. You can see some of the detail work here. It's not incredibly sharp on some of the details, but what is there is very well done. The wheel covers, you can see, are a little bit soft in the honeycombing, but really very nicely done overall. I've seen far worse styrene kits and have worked with those with no problem, so I'm just psyched to finally find this in 1/24th scale. I've got separate butterfly doors, so they could actually be posed open if I wanted to do so. We've got the lights in the grill. The grill is cast in transparent, so you just paint the top surface of it and have that be actually see-through. That's a very cool touch. Steering wheel. And finally the main canopy and side windows. So yeah, this is something that I've been looking for and really not expecting to find. I just happened into a site that was talking about it, and I contacted the guy that was going to be creating them, managed to snag one, and this is really, really something that I'm looking forward to working on. Like I said, it was not something that I ever expected to see, so that's just a very cool item. And so, on that high note, that's it for this week. Check back next week when I'm going to have another update on the xXx GTO. I may even actually have it on wheels by that point if my momentum keeps up. And anything else new that I find. Thanks for watching.